welcome everybody to Adventures on Tap Twitch stream, where we're playing Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk. This is a weekly Wednesday game that we've been playing now for quite some time. We are on session 20, so if you're interested in catching up, if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. But you can also go to youtube.com/, at Adventures on Tap. And find our archive of various sessions for this adventure.
Slight correction, it is at Adventures on Tap Orlando.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that part. Yep. Thank you. And then in general, if you're not familiar with us, we're a Central Florida organization that is charity focused first and foremost. So we do one-shot adventures in breweries. So we drink local, we play local, and we support local. So go ahead and check out adventuresontap.com and find some of the events that are going on. We have one this weekend. Unfortunately, it's sold out. Well, fortunately, it's sold out. But if you were interested, fortunately, you cannot join. But we also do paint and sips, which is, as you would imagine, painting and sipping beer while painting some minis, which makes it nice and awesome for TTRPG greatness. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and just dive into our adventure. But before we do so, we're going to go around our virtual table here, starting excuse me, with Garrett, and working our way counterclockwise on who you're playing in this adventure and what you are drinking tonight.
Hello, I am Garrett. Apologies for the interruption a second ago, but I do have another. It is aotorlando.com, which is our website. And tonight I will be playing Nib Farkle. I am a Blood Hunter Druid, or Blood Hunter Goblin. And I am drinking Cosmic Crown from Cigar City. So, one I've had before, quite a fan.
And I am Ken, and I will be playing the Shadowkai monk Tregol Evelev. And tonight, I am switching it up from my recent usual. This is it's called the Aesthetics, and it is a prickly pear and mango sour from Hourglass in Longwood. So go by over there and check them out, and this is what it looks like in the glass. Very tasty.
And my name is Chris, and I am playing Ragnar, the human barbarian. And tonight I am drinking a lychee mead that I made.
We're going to skip Ferg for a moment as he's dealing with some technical issues, but I am Kyle, and I am playing Sky Spirit Flight, a Wood Elf Ranger, and I am drinking the Exterior Illumination German Bock from Deviant Wolf down in Sanford.
Nice. So I wanted to point out first of all the beer aesthetics or whatever. The can itself is very aesthetically pleasing. That's a really cool can. I like it. Also want to point out too. Is it lychee? Lychee? Yeah, I don't.
Lychee.
That sounds awesome as a mead. The fact, in general, every mead that you make sounds awesome. I feel like I say it every time. One of these days, we're all gonna just have to try some of your mead. I'm sure Kyle probably has many a times, but definitely want to check it out. And yours, Garrett.
So
And have a competition. We'll do like
I will not
a
win.
hot ones, but mead.
I am not nearly as well versed and experienced as Chris is, so I will withdraw my entry now, but you can still try it.
Well, my name is Joe, and I am our GM for tonight and for this series. I am currently drinking Orange Blossom Pilsner from Orange Blossom Brewing Company. Fantastic beer brewed here in Central Florida. Has a nice honey taste to it. So I'm kind of like air adjacent to the meads on the call. um, excuse me. And traditionally, it looks like we're still waiting on Ferg. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move forward. So traditionally, at our events, before we get started with rolling some dice and seeing how our adventure goes, we do a cheers. So at the count of three, go ahead and grab whatever you're drinking and raise a glass. And at the count of three, say to adventure. So 3, 2, 1. To
To
adventure. All right, all right, all right. All right, so with our last session, after a night of festivities, drinking, and stories, the party awakes to many decisions important to their future plans. Restocking supplies and making requisitions among the many local shops, the party departs Phandalin with the intent to accomplish a list of tasks, or quests. On their journey towards Wyvern Tor to deal with a rogue band of bugbears and orcs, the party encounters and befriends a large childish ogre named Rock, who the party adopts in hopes of reuniting them with his parents. The reunion is quickly dealt with, as when they battle with the goblinoids, an orc ushers out two huge ogres bound in chains and commanded to defend the clan. Could it be Rock's parents? Could it be just a random set of ogres? We find out tonight. All right, let me move y'all over to our
Ferg.
Welcome, Ferg.
Hello, Ferg. Greetings, adventurer. Ferg, just curious, can you hear us? Because it didn't look like there was any acknowledgement. Just want to make sure technical difficulties working or ironed out. Doesn't look like it. All right. Well, we're gonna hop into our combat. Excuse me. So where we last left off at was in round two, with the top of or going into round two. Excuse me, with Rock. His turn coming up and using or within his turn, you hear him shout across um, the riverbed, "Oh, Ma! Bah!" Booming across as he starts sprinting his way towards that direction. And he is, wow, they can move far. That's
Please don't
impressive
trample
for
me.
an
Please
ogre.
don't trample me.
Barrels through us all.
He's going to, let's see. He's just going to run up here and nudges into Nif as he goes to like push Nif and Sky's primal companion away to get through. He's like, "That's Maw! That's Paw!"
Can I say something to him as he runs?
Sure.
What was his name? Rock.
Rock.
Rock! The bad men have Ma and Pa in chains. We must stop the bad men.
Oh, oh, no! Yeah, yeah, fight! Fight! Rock, fight! As he pulls
Hooray.
out a javelin and chucks it at the closest. Well, let's see. Do they have night vision? As a reminder, it is dark, but not like super dark. They do have night vision. So he is chucking a javelin at this bugbear here. Does
It's like sunset,
buff out
right?
hit? Yes. So he misses. So he goes and picks up um, like a large branch from the ground and chucks it in the direction of Ragnar and the bugbear. And it soars over each of their heads and lands next to this giant ogre here on the cliffside. So it went out of the riverbed and onto the top of the I don't know, regular terrain. All right, on to Brigor Axebiter, which is the orc figure. He looks behind and just scoffs with the stupidity of the bugbear as he was holding the two chains and flinging between them, looking like Spider-Man holding the two trains. As he grabs one from his hand from this ogre and takes it, uh, yanks it, and is like, "You're going to do your bidding, ogre. as he points in the direction of Ragnar. Hit that human! As it does just that. All right, a 17 will hit.
So
So
he's
he,
using his action to have that guy attack.
yeah.
Okay.
For 15 bludgeoning, I don't think it doesn't look like you are raging, so that's halved.
Yep.
All right, and on to Nip.
All right. Just to clarify, before we met Rock, we had done a short rest or long rest or whatever. And so I had swapped to Predatory. You said it took more than an hour to get here, so I'm back to this form. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
assuming there was a time limit on that. Yeah.
Yes.
It was about
Okay.
an hour there.
So I can't do that. So I will just take 2 shots with my hand crossbow at the orc controlling what I assume is Ma or Pa. Let's see. How far is he? Where's this? We got 35. What is my range? 30. Yeah, it's 30. All right, I'll take a couple steps forward and then do that. Please. 1.
Please move forward.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, he's in range now. So I'll take 2 shots with the hand crossbow. So there's 1. 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
And then here's another.
Here's another.
And that is a 6 to hit. So I'm going to guess only one of those hits. And do 2d6. That is 5 damage.
You're rolling for 2 crossbow shots?
No, just 1. I'm sorry. It's
Oh, I see. The way it comes in with Beyond
yeah.
20 or whatever that thing is called.
Yeah, it's
always looks weird.
1d6
Okay, so you
plus
rolled
2. I don't know why
Yeah,
I rolled
6
2
doesn't
dice.
hit, but the 5 does. Yep.
Right, yeah, so that's 5 damage.
All right, and I would say with as like, were you intending on hitting anything in particular with that?
I'd like to aim for his hand so he drops the chain.
Okay, that's what I was anticipating, but I didn't want to assume. So with a
Yeah,
high
yeah.
enough roll like that, you do hit his hand. The bolt goes directly through his hand, but knocks the chain with it out of his hand and onto the ground. So he is not currently holding the chain.
Real quick, when he yelled Mappa and he started running, did he seem to indicate which was which?
He did not indicate which one is. Yeah, you know what? I think
Well,
it's reasonable that he was
hold
already
on,
kind of
before you say
showing
it.
you like
He was running, and it looked like he was running towards the one in the top right. And so I assume he would run towards his mother.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. That's the mom.
Okay. All right. So then I'll yell to the father, Rock's Pa, we help. Get guy with chain with Ma.
Chain with mom. Go
I mean,
ahead
I'm trying to
and
make it as simple as possible here.
yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion. I would say with advantage because
What if I do a cool
you
flip and we
said
can
and
make
knew
it
Rock's
athletics?
name.
All right, there's 1.
Hey,
That's a
watch
negative
this.
Ghost Rider. Yeah, check
So
this
that's a
out.
13
We're
with
for
the
real.
first one.
I wasn't gonna do it, but since he did the backflip, I don't know. Maybe I should.
Oi.
And the
6.
6. So 13.
So 13 was enough. I shouldn't reveal that to you, but
Well, you didn't
you
reveal
see
anything.
the giant being like slamming down onto Ragnar with his great club, as he hears you shout just his son's name as he looks up and sees Rock, and then you're like waving like friend, friend. And he seems to shift his attention back to the chain that fell to the ground, and pick his club back up to go and retaliate the slam against the orc.
Yes! Guy with negative charisma for the win.
All right. Ragnar, you are up with Sky up next.
Alright, I am going to attack this bugbear that's in front of me here. Twice.
Okay.
Where is my character sheet? There it is. And it's going to be reckless.
Okay. So you
First
don't even
one-
care that a massive ogre just slammed you with a great club?
No. First one is a nat 20.
Jesus, of course it is.
Second
Why wouldn't
one
it be with you?
is
And
a
it's 22. Why wouldn't it be with you? I mean, I know your character is properly tweaked here, but I feel like you always roll really well. I think I can
I
count on
have
one
to.
hand how many times you've not done so. Which is
I
nice.
have
Yes,
to.
good.
So that is a total. Hold on. I gotta figure out how much. So 8, 12, 27, 30, 31 total points of piercing damage.
21 points of piercing damage. Where are you getting this calculation? But that's
I think he
awesome.
said 31. I gotta be
31.
honest.
31.
31.
Where are we getting this 31 from?
It's the crit. So
Crit
that's
happens.
12. And then plus 7. And then plus 8 for my second hit. But I also am raging. So it's another plus 4 for the 2 hits.
All right, I'm not gonna.
Gotta
Over
love
calculate,
min-maxing.
So you completely obliterate this guy. So what does that look like? Fatality style. What your
Red
Mortal
mist.
Kombat? What are you doing to this
You
bugbear?
don't normally think of a pickaxe able to slice somebody like a sword, but my pickaxe just goes straight through this guy like a sword, and his body just falls in half.
Like a katana through a bamboo
Yeah,
bundle.
yeah. It takes a second for it to realize it's been cut. Type.
Damn. Yeah. So
And then
without even a thought, just slams to the ground.
I'm gonna move forward,
All right.
and that'll be it for my turn.
All right, Sky, you are up.
Okay, first, real quick question. The area like here, is that like a sloped pathway that someone can run up? Or is that like you have to climb?
Sorry, this.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So so this is like a old riverbed that seems to have like
Okay.
the water has since evaporated, whatever. It's arid. So it's been some time since water is there, so it's not like it's moist or anything, and it's at a pretty decent incline, decline, whatever. That's not
Hmm.
so steep of a slope to where you would have to struggle to get up it or get down it.
But like, a creature could run?
I would say if you're going down it, maybe would have to roll
No,
for a
no.
very low DC, but just
I'm guessing
reasonably
he's more
going at a
referring to a
slope.
bear.
Yeah, what if a
Ah.
bear were to run up?
That's fine. Yeah, if you're running up, I mean the bear has claws and everything. I think it's reasonable that
Okay.
he can make his way up the slope, no problem.
Okay, I'm gonna, if it's okay with you, do my primal companion's turn first,
Sure.
and then mine, so that I don't forget it like last time.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the bear's gonna just charge, kind of brush past you, Nif, a little bit, and just
slight
full
pat on the head.
steam ahead attack the one that just is climbing up that riverbed towards me. And he's going to ram into him. That will be a 14 to hit.
A 14 does not hit.
Ah, dang it. So he tries to do it, and It's unable. Dang.
Thinking about his hero who starred in The Revenant. Just, I
Yeah.
can do this.
So then Sky's gonna just as he's running up, take a longbow attack against him for a 21 to hit.
Nice. The 21 does hit.
Perf. That will be 11 points of piercing. Wait. Yeah. Showing 2 dice for me. That's why I was confused. It's still giving me 11, but
Roll 20 has double vision tonight.
yeah, I don't know why 2 d8s were rolled, but it's only counting one of the d8s. So,
Yeah.
11 points of piercing damage on the. I think that's a hobgoblin, right? Hobgoblin.
Either hobgoblin or bugbear.
Bugbear.
Zoomed out a little bit, so or bugbear. Gotcha. I always get those two mixed up.
They're
Then
both goblinoids. So.
yeah, Sky's just gonna take a few steps back, and end my turn.
All right. Yeah. So you loose this arrow with such ferocity, almost knocks him off, especially with only being 10 feet away. Just a sharp shot into his shoulder, almost knocking him down back into the riverbed. But he's able to catch his balance as he pushes up against the bear temporarily, and then goes to try to hit the bear. But that won't happen for another 6 seconds or so. Do you want to do anything else?
No, that's the end of mine.
All right. And not even entirely sure if you can hear us yet or not, Ferg, but you are up. Barry is up.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
we
right.
can hear you.
Use your
I
turn
got-
to
we're
introduce
good.
yourself, who you're playing, and what you're drinking.
Oh, hey, my name's Ferg. Playing Barry, the Turtle Druid, and I'm drinking Veterans United, Wacky Badger, and yeah, had some technical difficulties, but we're all good now. So, that's what happens when you don't get on your desktop for like 2 weeks, I guess.
That'll
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
I definitely have the same issue. I don't live on here. Stop.
All right. Ken, is Tregol wearing armor?
No,
Okay.
Tregol does not have armor.
Oh,
All right. So I'm gonna go up and tap Tregol on the shoulder and say, hey bro, I think you might need a little bit of extra protection. And Garrett, damn you. I'm gonna touch your shoulder, and a shimmering field is going to envelop you. And as I cast Mage Armor,
Ooh.
so you can go ahead. Actually, it's going to be from the tip of Glassstaff's. I'm not. I can't. I gotta say, I'm. The tip of Glassstaff's staff.
Just adding some extra protection.
Yeah.
So you now are under the effects of Mage Armor, which is your base AC is a 13 plus your Dex modifier. I don't know if that's more than what you had.
Yes, it would be. So that is going to be a 16
All right,
Nice.
cool.
for the moment.
Real quick, while you're doing this, we're going to give a cheers to both Chris and Jathan or Gideon for both resubscribing now for 6 months in a row.
Nice.
So, congrats.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes. Practice safe adventuring. And I'll just go ahead. I'll take one step back with my movement speed, and I'll just stay right here for now. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. So on to the bugbear, that the bear primal companion of excuse me, Sky was attempting to attack. He's going to retaliate with his Morning Star, but being that he was almost knocked off his feet and trying to make stepping to swing with the Morning Star, he flew off balance and missed the bear.
As you should.
And in fact, actually, that was a natural one. So I'm going to have him fall prone down the hill.
Oh, he look at him. He fell.
Like he just does a whole, like a Looney Tune thing. Like he goes and swings and then just like a couple spins and falls over down the cliff.
I just look back. Oh, that's embarrassing. Don't worry, I'll kill you last.
All right, Tregol, you are up.
Okay. Can I? It looks like this ogre here has responded um to Nif, right? And is now kind of giving the stink eye to this guy here. Did I hear that correctly?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anybody holding the chain for this ogre?
Yeah, the bugbear in the back is still holding onto it, struggling as this massive creature somehow is being
Okay.
restrained.
Then what I will do is I will move here, and I will use my Blessing of the Raven Queen, my teleport, and
Okay.
I will teleport right here behind this guy. And I will say, "Time to die, ugly." And I will attack him with an unarmed strike. And I think that Blessing of the Raven Queen. Yeah, that's a bonus action, so I only get one attack this time. Unfortunately. Armor class 10, that will probably miss.
It does miss. Yep.
But
Fortunately.
anyway, that's me. That's me turn. Move.
You turn.
Move, bonus action, action.
Okay. Yeah, so you go to take a punch at this bugbear, and as you do so, the giant ogre like just grabs the chain and yanks it to where like it yanks the bugbear forward as you're taking the punch.
Okay.
And misses. All right, on to that bugbear's turn. So noticing that uh, something just appeared behind him and heard the brush of wind go past his ear as a punch misses his head. He quickly pulls onto the chain as he tries to move himself closer and to jump onto the ogre's back, which will essentially put him here. We'll bring him out of range for you, so you can do the attack of opportunity.
Do attack of opportunity. Okay, great. I will try this again.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make this an unarmed or a non-lethal damage to see if I can kind of like kick his knee out from underneath him and make him fall down. So,
Sure.
I would rather knock him prone than do any damage, basically. So, if I connect 20 or undirty 20.
I was gonna say I'd probably add, I don't know, a difficulty modifier to that. Just
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
20
that's
is
fine.
good. No, I'm saying I was, but 20 is a good roll. So you managed to knock him prone as an attack of opportunity.
Okay. And then I'll say to Ragnar, it's just not their day.
We're just not having a good time.
Yeah, it's like as he's like pulling forward, you just like you flat tire him essentially.
Yeah.
As he just like eats it to the ground, still holding on to the chain as the ogre is pulling him alongside it, continuing down towards Sky in that direction. All right, on to this ogre. So he goes and takes a mighty swing of his great club onto the orc, and that does not hit. As he goes to slam down the great club, the orc quickly jumps out of the way and jumps onto the great club and goes to try to attack back at this large monstrosity in front of him of a ogre. The next ogre is up. It's going to move toward downward towards Sky's bear and slam her great club, excuse me, down on the ground on the bear. And so that's a 15. So I believe that hits.
I think that does, yeah.
So a mighty slam of this great club onto your poor companion for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Oof.
Ouch.
As it moves on to Rock's turn, he's going to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to run up. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. This token needs to move. There we go. So he runs up and goes to grapple this bugbear on the ground that's knocked prone. He's gonna roll opposing strengths here with advantage or disadvantage. I mean, 17. So it beats it. So not so. Rock grabs this bugbear from the ground and lifts him up and squeezes him into a large hug, like "Go hurt ma!" As this bugbear is now grappled. It's my maw.
One status condition to another.
Yeah. I don't even see what is it? Grapple is. I now have a reference sheet. Yeah. Which I don't know if y'all know, but I did put like the cheat sheet available to everyone.
The
Yeah.
token markers.
So you have it.
It's very cool. Thank you.
Whatever. I'll find this in a second. Onto the orc. So as he jumps onto the great club, what is this ability here?
Grappled looks like a spinning top.
Yeah, I see the icon. I just couldn't, or I see what it is. Oh, I have it alphabetically ordered in the cheat sheet, so I was looking for it in that kind of position.
2 under purple.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah, so he jumps onto the great club and pulls a great axe from behind him as he slams into this orc with a natural 20. Or I said orc, but I meant ogre. All right, he slams into the arm of this this ogre as he slams hard enough to where it breaks this ogre's arm, his bones, and cuts through almost fully through to where this arm is about to fall off. As you hear a large booming scream of pain from this ogre. He says, "You will listen, you swine!" Nif, you are up.
All right. Can I go over next to Rock here and Pop. And can I throw Pa a healing potion into his mouth
um,
and just yell, "Eat this! It fix arm!"
so if you wanted to use it as an action for full healing points on them, I would say I would ask that you roll an acrobatics to really
Right.
get it into the mouth. But if you're just straight pouring it on them or something like that, then you can use that as a bonus action and have it rolled.
All right. I'll use the bonus action and try and pour it on his arm, or maybe like pop the top and just throw it at his arm. Whatever. Because I assume it's like the arm that's closer, but who knows.
Yep.
So I'll use a bonus action for that, and then turn to Rock. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do that first. Inventory. We have where is it? I know I bought 2. There it is. All right, potion of healing. I'm gonna remove that. Where is it? 2d4 plus 2. All right, what did I roll? So that's a whole 5.
Half.
So it ain't horrible.
All
And
right.
then I'll turn to Rock and say, "Rock, show me Batman." And I want him to like take the grappled guy down to my level, and I'm gonna just use a sickle attack to try and chop his head off.
All right. And he does as such. Leans down.
11. It was right on 15.
And 11 does not hit. Oh, well, it would be advantage because
Yay! Where'd it go? There we go.
natural one.
All
Well,
right.
thank goodness you had advantage
was
because
11.
you didn't get
Wow.
rock.
Hey, I rolled too well in my first roll, so this makes sense.
Yeah, it would have naturally definitely done damage to Rock if that was the first roll. However, you go to swipe and he just doesn't seem to get low enough for as you go to take the swipe. He kind of steps up as the bugbear's struggling to fight free. All right.
Yeah, and that's all I got.
Okay. On to Ragnar.
I am going to smack the orc twice. Recklessly.
Just bitch smack him.
First one to hit is a 14. Second one to hit is a natural 20.
Of course it is.
We all know that.
I mean, good job. I'm happy for you, but kind of not.
Did the 14 hit?
The 14 does hit actually, yeah.
Okay. So 7 plus 5 plus 8.
Excuse me.
13, 20, 24 points of piercing damage total.
Okay, walk me through this damage again. How are you
So-
getting this? Because I'm seeing that it rolls a 7, that you roll a d8 and you get a 5. So how does that get to 22?
So 7 and 5, and then
Mhm.
plus 8 for the crit,
Right.
and then plus
So 12, so
2
20.
for the first hit for rage, and another 2 for the second hit of rage.
Hey, wild. All right, well, yeah, I mean, again, fatality, Mortal Kombat style. What is happening to this orc leader here?
I'm gonna do the same thing that he just did to the ogre, and I'm gonna break not only one of his arms, but I'm gonna break both of his arms, and then just push him over, and as he falls dead.
Sick. Yeah, as he's like trying to, release his axe, you come in swinging with those great picks as he goes for some reason naturally to block with one as you sever off his arm. that goes to swing his axe towards you as you perfectly time it into his arm, severing off that limb as well. And he just sits there like surprised at what just happened as you take one final blow into him and knock him to the ground. On to Sky. Unless you're doing something still.
I'm
My bad.
gonna move. I'm gonna move up here behind this last bugbear,
Okay. Nice.
and that's it.
All right. Yeah, now on to Sky.
I am going to. I don't want to go off the map, is the issue. But can I see the bugbear behind Ma?
Not from here, no.
Okay.
Where you're at, I mean.
With my primal companion, could I have him go around Ma, essentially? Or would that provoke opportunity since she is attacked?
I mean, technically speaking, as long as you're like around the token, it doesn't trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
do
I
it.
just wanted to make sure. Understanding. All right.
Your turn to
So
yell, bear is friend.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Sky's gonna do that to Ma and try and be like, we're with your young Rock. Help us. Point to Niff. Us, Rock, help, yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll precision with advantage. Because again, you also mentioned
look
rock.
back and guys, I'm pretty sure they can understand us if we just talk normally.
I swear, if these people have like British accents and speak perfect common, it will be the best thing in the world.
Now you're giving me ideas, but I will say, Chris, to your point, this specific ogre was like raging out and wasn't particularly listening to what was going on around. So natural 20. Nice.
Let's go.
That was almost
I
like
did
the
something.
perfect face for that, that baby meme where he's like, yeah, so similarly, like as it, it's slamming down on the ground with this great club, trying to hit your bear companion. It hears you mention rock, doesn't seem to like within its rage catch anything else, but notices that yes, right below is her son, and looking at you, seeing that you were shouting that name and saying friend. It
I'm
now
putting.
seems to turn its attention back around to go slam down on the bugbear behind her.
Perfect.
These two must get very confused around a rocky surface.
Whoa. Don't add extra words in. We need. It's the witch situation. We can't add different. What are they? Not synonyms. I'm not an English teacher. It's fine. But huh?
Syllables?
No,
Like
we're
there, and there. How they're spelled differently, but have different contexts. I don't know.
they sound the same.
Homonyms? Is that what
Yes,
it's-
that's it.
Yeah.
All these book kids, nerd.
As we
This
play
dude's going high
a
level math with
TTRPG.
his
Yeah, right.
terms.
Are you gonna do anything, Sky?
That would probably be Sky's turn. I will move, but I'm gonna with Primal Companion, my bear. It will try to attack the bugbear, and that is an 11 or hobgoblin. Again, I keep getting that.
Bugbear. So it's with advantage, being that it's prone right now. But
That's even better. That's still 14.
Unfortunately, neither of those hit.
No.
So as it goes to take a bite at this or strike at this bugbear, as the giant ogre is like slamming this club on the ground. The chain is like locked around her shoulder, so as she's turning, it's also just dragging him around. And like the bear goes to try to strike and quickly gets whipped across the ground, with still holding onto the chain, losing grip, of course, but being flung out of the way of that strike.
Could I, with the persuasion, would that be an action or a bonus action or free action?
I don't consider talking an action. It's a free action.
Can I aim for the chain with my bow and arrow?
Sure. I would say. Yeah, go ahead and roll. I'll do similar to what I did with Nif, like assuming it's high enough. If it's
22 to
just
hit.
like Nif, you rolled pretty high on that. So yeah, so I presume you're trying to break said chain around Nif.
Yes, of the mother. I want to try and release her from like servitude, essentially.
Yeah, and honestly, I was setting the DC like in my mind for I guess this attack roll to be pretty high, being that it's
Hmm.
literally steel and you're just
Yeah.
shooting a pointed steel tip at it to try to break it. Somehow, you just lined up the perfect shot with the right amount of force in the right area that it just shatters the buckle of this
The tension.
collar and it falls to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, she just like kind of looks at the ground and looks back at you and just gives this like satisfied like as she goes and continues to slam down.
Yeah. All right. That will. I'm just gonna move closer towards Rock and end my turn.
All right, on a berry.
All right. Barry's gonna move up a little bit. That this bugbear right here is prone.
Correct.
Mm. And this one is restrained. Hmm. How does Paw? Is Paw still looking aggressive? I don't want to get too close to him.
He's probably still injured.
Paw?
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh,
Still injured.
Pa, right, yes. I was like, what? There's a
Give us
different name for
names,
that.
we'll use them.
Oh, I don't know if I said their names, but I'll leave that for eventual inevitable
their
RP
names.
that we'll have.
Paw, is Paw still looking angry?
If anything, it is targeting either of the bugbears, just looking back and forth of which option he's just gonna mutilate these bugbears. But seems to be definitely not turning his
Focus on
attention towards y'all, especially after Nif poured the healing potion over his arm. Like he similarly kind of looked at Nif with a confused look. I forgot to kind of narrate that, but it was like, yeah, like as he grabs his club to go work his way over to one of the bugbears.
All right. I don't really have a lot to do. I'm just going to. I'll just healing ward Ragnar. So I'll just shout to Ragnar like, "Hey, Raggy, looking a little rough around the edges. Let me spruce you up." And I just like look at Sky to see if they got the tree pun, and yeah.
Just a quick little like.
Nice, all max roll, so you can heal yourself for 8.
All right.
Sick.
Yeah. Let me make sure that's in range, though. I believe it is. Yes. Okay. Yep. So that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Let me just move this here. On to which bugbear? The one that's grappled. So let's roll this. All right, so he's able to break free of the grapple. And as he breaks out of the arms and lands a couple feet down to the ground, he gets up and grabs a log that's in the riverbed and goes and attempts to slam it against rock. That does hit rock. Poor rock. For 13 piercing. Wait a second. I flavored that as a log. It also has thorns and stuff in it. For piercing.
Just swings a bramble bush at him.
Yeah.
So that slams into Rockside as you hear him like yell, and you can't help but feel a little heartstring pull for your companion that you've adopted into your party temporarily and traveled with for some time. Whilst being an ogre and with short words, your companion is still of good spirit, and you feel bad that he got hit by a bramble bush. So on to Tregol. It's your turn, sir.
Okay, Tregol is going to look down at this bugbear that just attacked our friend and say, "You know hurt rock!" and just charge this guy.
We all
And
just gradually start speaking like Neanderthals
Yeah.
for the rest of the adventure.
I
and
think I proved at
go.
summer camp I cannot do that.
I ended up buying that game. It was a
Oh,
It
hilarious
was
game.
fun, but it
it's
was
so fun.
not when
and
you're the person.
frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Oh, okay. 23 for the first hit for 5 damage.
That hits.
Is she still up?
Actually, no, that is just a little bit over what he had left. The
Okay.
guy was
Um,
critical there.
and then
What did that look like?
then I look over at Ma and I say, "We save your son." And I clap Rock on the shoulder, or the probably on the back. I can't reach his shoulder. Just clap him on the back around his kidney or something like that. And that just in case somebody does something to me, I will use a bonus action to do that monk thing where I can take
Evasion defense?
dodge.
Oh, dodge.
Take dodge as a bonus action, and that
Okay.
will be my turn.
All right. So I'll just put this on here as a reminder that you are. Oh, you know what? Yeah, never mind. Anyways, okay. So on to the remaining bugbear. He's going to expend his movement to stand up, begrudgingly, as he's just being slammed across bushes and against tree trunks across the terrain, swinging around with this chain. As he lets go and then gets up from the ground and goes to attack the bear, actually. Or excuse me, not the bear, the ogre. He's able to find his morning star. And that actually does it. Takes his morning star from the ground and slams into the rib cage of the mother, making a pretty deep impact with this morning star as the mother ogre Ma screams out in pain. Moving on to Gog, immediately seeing this, he reacts and steps and crunches the ogre's body that fell to the ground, basically severing it in half from the remaining impact of Ragnar's attack as it goes and retaliates with a great club slam onto this bugbear. That's a natural one. Homeboy's accidentally hitting Ma.
No.
Not so. Fortunately, it wasn't too much damage. So goes the slam down, and as he was stepping onto this orc, it happened to just be slippery as he crunches through the ground and goes to take his hit, and obviously overshoots and hits Ma as the as she then turns to him, grabs her club and slams it against him. That doesn't hit, so he quickly like swings out of the way like, "Rah, stop, rah, rah!" They're just like speaking in some other language that nobody understands, unless any of y'all speak ogre. Does anybody speak ogre?
Not me.
No. Do
No.
ogres have their own language, or do they speak giant? But I don't speak giant
I have
anymore.
no idea. I just kind of threw
Goblin.
that out there.
Yeah.
Ogre language 5e. What is it? Yeah, it is
Yeah.
ogrish
Okay.
or
Yep.
Jogish in Jotun. Jotun.
Oh, Jotun. Yeah.
So I guess it is technically. I'm guessing it's a
I do not
variation of
have it.
giant.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, language family, giant language.
There we
Oh,
go.
fun fact of the day.
Or you know.
More you know.
Man, every time we say it, I'm like, I got to put that graphic in. We're starting to say it often enough that it's going to pay off.
What? The more you know.
Yeah.
Um. Excuse me. So now it's Rock's turn. So he is going to run through. Actually, you know what? From there, he picks up another branch as he chucks it between to try to land a hit with this bugbear, and it
Watch out, Ragnar.
hits. Fortunately, it was a dirty 24 as Rock chucks this large branch and it impales the bugbear through the chest, slamming down into the ground with such force that he immediately dies on that branch.
Yeah, Rock!
All right, so that
Well
does
done,
end
Rock.
our combat
This-
here.
Was Pa free? Is he free from his chains? Or
I think I shot
No,
him.
he still has
no, he has the
chains
chain,
hanging
but-
from.
okay, Ma was.
Yeah, Ma was.
I'll look up at Pa and I'll say, let me undo the chain, and I'll wait for his permission before I.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just see him like
Start moving. towards-
fuming, like because like his I don't know significant other ogre just went to retaliate, slam him with the great club just because he accidentally hit her. He's like just pissed, PO'd. And he kind of looks at you like, what? What do you do?
I'll take the chain off.
We want free you.
We don't want our friends' parents to be chained by anybody. You should be free.
Yes, free. As he leans down,
Okay.
a hulking figure just like getting closer to you.
What kind of check would that be?
I wouldn't say you need a check for it.
Okay. All right. I'll just pull the pin out and
You have enough time.
unclasp it and toss the chain off, and it's really heavy. Heavy for me.
He as you do that, he immediately he looks at you like, still fuming, like, thanks, rock, as they all like conjoin, almost knocking you to the ground. They all slam into each other in like a big embrace. As they just kind of sit there like in this big ogre doggy pile, essentially.
Wait, were the others in the cave? Are we free from the tyranny, the oppressors?
He
You,
wants to know.
Rock family,
if-
more bad guy.
no more. All here, dead.
Good.
You. Ah, ah. As
They have
the
shiny
mom
things.
chimes in, like, yes, as a matter of fact, there is. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that'd be pretty. I'm just gonna roll with it. Yeah, it's like, greetings, adventurers. Thank you for saving us.
Oh, well, this is different.
I
Oh.
didn't know they could
You're
do
quite
that.
welcome, knight.
I think she speaks better than Ragnar.
Hey, maybe.
Well, fortunately, we got caught on our path trying to find berries for our tribe, and yes, it is quite abnormal they talk like this. I don't know why I do. It seems I guess I might be a little bit more intelligent than the others.
Listen, I know what that's like, lady.
He's
But
over
it was
there.
only recent. I never always talk like this.
Did you come into contact with any like green stuff? Can I see if she has any?
So you notice that all three of them have like a slight hue. Rock not so much, but the like you can see it now that she had mentioned that he doesn't seem to have like a natural color of an ogre to him on atop his shoulders, and the parents have kind of like these green veins peeking out from their eyes. Then and now that you're looking at them, they are abnormally large for a typical ogre than you're used to seeing.
Mod, I'm sorry. We only know you guys as Ma and Pa because that's what Rock said. Do you have actual names? I assume.
Yes, my name is Gur, and your name is Gog. Name Gog.
Good name. So
Strong
Gur,
name, Gog.
Yes.
do you remember coming into contact with any goblins or weird goblins that maybe after you talked to them you started being able to speak well?
Well, now that you think about it, to say that, and I think about it, the words that aren't quite working for me just yet. Yes, they did have elongated heads, which it seemed abnormal for goblins. They did have green eyes, so yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Do you remember where?
Yeah, where?
Oh, it was around here actually when so when we were looking for these berries, this rugged bunch unfortunately captured us and tried to separate us from Rock. We didn't know where he was. He was, gallivanting around like he always does, but usually within sight of us. And yeah, when we were here, they popped by at one point.
Gotcha. And did the ones that came by, did they seem to know the ones that were here that we killed?
Um, they seem to not. I don't know if they knew them, but
They weren't fighting though.
correct. Yes. They did have a commanding presence of sort with them. Specifically, with the orc fellow there,
Gotcha.
and he didn't like it. He didn't like being talked to the way he did or was with those tiny folk like you.
Gotcha. Did they?
Is there anything in the cave that you just all came out of?
Should we rest in the caves for the night? Get away from the natural weathers?
Is it raining?
Well, we as ogres, natural nomads, but we do need to get to finding our tribe, so we probably won't stay the night. But I would say, yeah, I mean, you cleared them all out. I can't, 1, 2, yeah, that's all of them.
Oh, before you and your mate and child leave, is there any treasure that we could split with you, or do you mind if we take it?
That's that's very kind of you, and we'll take it all. Actually, no, just kidding. I'm lending
Squirrel,
humor.
what up?
How was that? Was it good? Good joke?
That was a very good joke.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they keep the I don't know, treasure in the back. This seemed to be a base of some sort of operation.
Well, you were captured, so I think it's only fair that you get some compensation for your troubles.
To be fair, what us ogres need doesn't usually come at a cost, and we usually just take it, and
Hey,
we
Joe,
don't really understand how this that gold works.
what type of weapon did the ogre have?
They all three had great clubs.
No. I'm sorry, orc.
Orc.
An axe.
Is it a great axe or just a normal axe?
Great axe. Yep, great axe.
All right. Can I go over and grab that great axe and see if Gore wants it?
Let's roll a d20, and if it's lower than a 10, it's broken from the dad stepping over him.
Oh, you're rolling. Okay.
10. So if it was less than or equal to 10, so
All right, so it's broken.
it is broken.
Can I, having a rudimentary understanding of leather crafting, use some like leather and stuff to attach it to his great club, and like take the head, the top half of it, and like attach it to the great club just so he has a sharp bit to it?
Attach it to whose great club?
Gore.
Gog,
Oh,
the
Gog.
father.
Gog, sorry.
I think the father is Gog. And
Gore is
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
Gore is so
Gog
the
is
father.
pa.
I want to attach the top end of the axe just to like the side of his great club, so it has some sharpness to it.
Sure.
Alright.
I don't even know what I would make you roll to see how successful that was. I
I
guess
can
it would.
just do a d20, and I can add my dexterity to see how well I tie the
Oh,
knot.
God.
How long it'll last.
Sure.
All right.
Do that.
Dice d20.
You
So that's
Alright.
a 2. With my dexterity, which is a +1, so that's a 3.
Sick. So what exactly were you doing? You're like
As it
wrapping
immediately
leather
falls off.
pieces around this great club
Well,
while
after I was
wedging
just
the
trying
axe
to
in?
work in knowing anything, but I'll just take some of my hempen rope and just try and tie the axe head to the thing, but it's just gonna fall apart. So
I don't
I
know.
tried.
never learn
Maybe.
knots.
Yeah, you tie it to the great club as Grog lifts it up, and immediately as he lifts it up to look at it, it just flings like 30 feet away, like flies into the air off over to the riverbed, slamming into the ground like Grog, no, get what?
Think hurt bad guy more, but Niff no good. Great
Oh.
club, great.
Yeah, Grog hole club.
Yeah, you got it.
Grog smash real good.
Grog did smash real good. Yeah.
So what are y'all, I guess, doing now?
Can I talk to? I think it's Ma. I apologize for even asking this, but could we possibly take a little blood of yours?
Real
Said it's
quick,
like green,
mean-
right?
He broke his arm to the point where it was almost falling off. It's got to be on the ground, right?
Wait, I thought you started healing
some of
it.
their blood should be like on some of the enemy weapons and things like that. We
Yeah, I don't think you
really
need to go directly to the source. You can
we don't
probably just
need
let
to
him.
get it.
But my reason is he specified that the veins under their eyes are green.
Well, yeah, but that blood would flow through all of their.
But he didn't
their
say
veins.
all their blood. He just said that. That's why I'm making sure.
Just I mean, as a visual indicator. However,
Are you saying you want to
Okay.
stab their eyes?
clever derivative to Ken's point. I would say if
Yeah.
like in the veins, it would be throughout all the veins. So all the blood that was shed, there would be.
So it is abnormal. All of it is abnormal.
Well,
Correct?
we haven't put it in. We haven't done the lab tests on it yet, so we don't know if it's abnormal.
Gotta go buy some centrifuges and
Right.
Need a Bunsen burner.
Basic chemical.
Do
We'll
some
go to
panels on
pop
it.
open a
Check
panel,
the
and there's a
blood
centrifuge in
sugar
there.
and.
Exactly.
Is there enough to collect?
Yes.
I
get
guess
that.
that's the
That's
question.
That's the key.
Yeah, I would say no reason to even roll for it. I mean, blood was shed across all three of them. So it's up to you how you want to collect it. Excuse me. It would be on, I guess, weapons. It could be off their wounds. It would be in the soil, but I would imagine that'd be more contaminated for a sample.
I would collect it from as many clean sources into a water pouch that I have.
If they have any wounds,
I have some vials.
we could
Perfect.
Put a bandage on, wipe the blood off, and then put a fresh bandage on, and we take that old bandage and give it to Sky. Say, here, you want it, you take it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Real quick,
Sure,
I'm curious as to what type of blood analysis you think there is in this medieval world. I'm just curious.
I mean,
More
we can make
so-
all kinds of stuff.
More so the fact that if we're able to understand where the blood is and how it is, there's possibilities of tracking it, magical tracking of items and such, to possibly, understand a magical connection to century. I mean, the fact that we've noticed this elongation of goblinoids is odd. I've never seen this in my life, and it's been a week and I've seen 4. And I, Ma and Pa, Gur, Gore, like Rock is a normal size, and they are massive.
You think it's
We
like
could always
GMOs?
Who's
GMOs exist in this medieval world.
I say we just mainline it into Ragnar, and make him big.
Yo, set up a transfusion.
But here's the threat of that. What if he goes more feral than he's already feral, and he becomes like a destroyer of Phandalin? Like, that's a threat.
Yeah, but we're the right.
Imagine how cool that would be.
Sky,
Oh.
Sky, I think we are being rather rude. I believe that Gur and Gog said.
I just
need
assumed
to
they
get
wandered
back to
off at this point.
I don't think we need to.
I apologize. I want to understand. Is all. I'm not
Oh,
trying.
it's all right, bro. I'll patch them up, and I can take a little bit of a little sample from them, and we can go ahead and get on our way. And they can go ahead and get on their way, and everything will be easy going, feng shui. Nothing to worry about. It's no big deal. No problemos here.
Joe, real quick, while he's cleaning up the people, the one that Rock grappled, can I just chop his head off and give it to Rock as a new toy?
Sure, yeah.
Like, Rock, new toy.
Make a necklace.
Yeah, that, or just a ball, something to throw around. You throw to Pa, Pa throw back to Rock. You play, toy.
As Rock catches this head of the bugbear, is like, Oh, yeah, toy! As he chucks it to Gog, he catches it, and they just kind of toss it back for a little bit. Gur
I
is
wish
like
I knew my
examining rock to see if there were, any wounds or whatever. But all in all, they had no idea that conversation was going on, despite
Sounds
having hyper intelligence. Their perception is still crap.
Hey, can I pull Barry aside real quick and just be like, hey, Barry, with us meeting her and her being more intelligent, and I'm more intelligent than my companion. Like, do you see any indication of this on in me? Do you want some of my blood to see if there's anything coming from it?
There's like examples all through nature of kind of exceptional exceptional creatures, exceptions to the rules of nature, so to speak. So the fact that you're the way you are and Ma's the way she is, I mean, I'll take some. I mean, you do turn into a scary wolf. It's a little weird.
Well,
not gonna lie.
that's a blood hunter thing. I mean, if Galan lasted long enough, he probably could have done that. And that would have been crazy.
Oh well, then yeah. I mean,
But no, I just as far as I can remember, I've always been this way, and hers seems more recent, so I'm less concerned. But I figured I'd ask someone who has.
I mean, when we get back to the casa, if you want to slice open, then I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of making this up as we go, but I'll see what I can do.
As long as I don't look any sort of
I
weird.
believe they
more
put
than
an
usual.
alchemy lab in for us, so we could do all kinds
Yes.
of analysis there.
So yes, we have our very own blood analysis.
All right, let's go get the crowd.
Funded by
the taxpayers of Phandalin.
All right,
Yeah. They're up and coming town, but all of their revenue goes straight to this compound.
for us to do like forensic blood analysis.
We wave goodbye to Mappa and Rock.
Yeah, as they venture off into the woods, and as they're walking away, Gur turns back and thank you, veterans, for all of your help. This was quite the predicament that we put ourselves in, and just nods as Gog looks back as well as yes, thank you, adventurers, as they continue off into the forest.
It's developing faster, guys. I think.
Yes.
We might have.
Barry, did you give us any of mushrooms or anything? I just want to make sure we're clear minded.
Yeah, bro. Is this some kind of weird trip we're all on right now? What's happening?
I mean,
it's been a weird trip.
I definitely just heard him speak, and I didn't know they could do that, and it's kind of scaring me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible out in Mother Nature, but there was no slippage of mushrooms. I mean, unless you snatch one off the shell, bro, that's on you. But
off the shell, he's just cultivating down near his ass, where the sun don't shine. In mushrooms.
Those are the strongest ones, bro. You don't want to touch them.
Fertilizer.
Those things are rank. You'll end up in a furnace if you mess with them.
I love it.
All right, let's go look for a chest or whatever.
Yeah. So, when you enter this cave, so it's basically separated by this shredded cloth of sort, like a makeshift door. But as you open, you see various bedrolls kind of strewn across the floor, but tons of carrion and bones. But in the back corner, you see like a stockpile of various chests.
Ooh.
Start ripping them open. Actually, hold on. Wait, Tregol, back away. I'm gonna take
Yep.
my sickle. I'm just gonna smack each one before we open them.
Why are you gonna do that? Are you
secret
aware of a
goblin or
creature or
something?
something that exists
Oh,
in
you know
the
what?
world of
I would not
Faerun?
be. Because I mean, I guess I don't know. Let's do. I guess I'll do an Arcana check or a History check. What do you want?
Just stick your hand
Just
in.
for giggles, yeah. Let's do a history check.
Is it a fey, fiend, or undead?
I don't. I mean,
Would a mimic be? I'm guessing.
I think it's a monstrosity.
It's a
I
monstrosity.
think so too, but let me just double check. It's a shape.
Fortune favors the
What?
bold.
It is a monstrosity. Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically a shapeshifter
Normal
monstrosity.
roll. Let's see. Do I know? Ooh, that's a 15.
I would say you reasonably are aware of creatures shapeshifting into objects.
Hey, I had a cousin who once got eaten by a chair. It was the weirdest thing. So hold on, back it up, and I'm just gonna like, how is there chests or is it just piles?
What if you eat in the
They're not like
goblins?
there's like one massive chest and then like a couple of like smaller ones. It appears to be like a plunder.
All right, I'm just gonna
Did anybody see
tap him with the tip.
Nif get hit by a rock or something in that fight? I don't know what he's doing.
Rock left.
What do you mean? There's a lot of them outside.
Only one. He walked away.
No, there's plenty of rocks outside.
I'm fine.
He only met one rock. He met his parents. We
I mean,
dealt
I guess I
Ragnar.
can introduce you to the rock that's outside if you want to be introduced.
You already
That's
met
not-
him.
Very introduced. We've already talked to him.
Ragnar.
What?
Okay, so imagine a monster that can look like a sack.
That would be diabolical.
Exactly. There are monsters.
Largest word that he knows.
There are monsters.
I don't use
More
that word
syllables?
often.
I didn't know he could do
There are
word.
monsters that can turn into objects. I saw a chair eat my cousin. All right.
Oh, speaking of sacks, are there any around?
God damn.
Oh boy. I'm never factoring in sacks, but I love just slitting it up to chance. So if there is if it's less than a 20, there are no sacks. If it's above it, or excuse me, less than a 10, no sacks. Equal or 10, greater than 10 sacks. There are
Known
sacks.
factor.
How many sacks will roll a d4? And there's 4 sacks, of course.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking. These guys know how to carry their weight.
All right. So
Oh, jeez.
there are monsters that can turn into objects. So a monster turned into a chair. My cousin sat on it, got eaten. So I'm gonna smack these chests in case they're monsters. So I'm gonna go through
Okay.
with the tip of my sickle, just like into the wood of each of the chests.
So, as you do that, you hear a large, or excuse me, just a loud thump, equivalent to the amount of force that you smack this sickle against the chest. Nothing seems to happen. They remain in shape.
All right, cool. These are good. And I'm gonna just pop open the biggest one.
Wait, Nif.
And the whole room
Wait.
explodes and you all die.
And I have a
Ragnar's
spear that I've been carrying for just such an occasion. I take the spear off, and is there like a lock plate on these chests?
All right, I'm just gonna let y'all know these are regular ass chests. You don't have to worry about picking
Wait,
any
why are you
locks.
specifying that?
Well,
I feel like these are
I
traps.
was
This
going
is
with
a
the
doorway
mimic
all
thing because
over
it was
again.
fun, but I don't want y'all to be overly cautious over literally the horde for which you received for this battle.
Let's understand that they are goblins. They are not as smart as us. Sorry.
Yo.
But they would probably have been eaten if there was a, as you call it, a mimic.
Mimic.
Nailed it.
Mimic.
It is actually called a mimic. So that is, you should stick with that and say it any chance you get. People will respect you.
There was a farmer. He had it. McDonald.
Looking at it, and it might have more sacks in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip them all open. Every chest, just go.
Right.
Just pour them out.
Dumping them all on the ground, along with everything else.
All right.
Grand
where
total
did
numbers,
it go?
boy.
So, each contained within the large chest is 180 gold pieces. I'm not even gonna do like it's 15 silver pieces, 2 EP. Wait, or
Electrum.
15 EP. That's higher than GP, right?
No.
No.
No, it's between that.
It's between silver and gold.
I feel like I never
No one
used
uses Electrum.
those.
I don't
Electrum.
know why it
What's the
exists.
one
No.
above gold? It's
Platinum.
platinum, but there's also another one above it. No.
I
don't
think you get into like bars and like bonds. And
Oh,
stuff.
fourth edition had like
Yeah.
astral diamond, some crap like
Mm.
that.
What about like Electrum or something? What is that?
Yeah,
Is that
it's between
under
That-
gold?
I thought
That's,
Electrum was higher.
Electrum is a mixture of
Kind of
gold
a
and
cheat sheet.
silver, and it's
Yeah.
a real metal.
It's
a
an
real
actual
alloy.
metal. It's an
Yeah.
alloy.
Boy.
Nailed it. Honestly, keep using that way of saying it. It'll be good.
Yeah. So it was copper, silver, electrum, gold, platinum. Interesting. Okay. I thought electrum for some reason was higher. Who made that currency? Like, oh, well, let's name all these normal
allergic to people?
elements.
And then one.
We're like, that doesn't sound fantasy enough. Let's bring in electrum. Is that even an actual element?
Yes,
well, no,
it is
it's
an actual.
it's
well,
a
it's not
real
an
alloy.
alloy.
You get it by mixing gold and silver. Yeah.
As Google had just told me that. Interesting. Hey, what
Junk
do we
dwarf
say,
currency.
boys?
The more you know.
Anyways, going back, we have 150 gold pieces. EP is irrelevant, so I'm not unless you guys want to split 15 EP, knock yourselves out. And then there, in various smaller chests, you find 3 vials of perfume. And just in case I forget, they're worth 5 gold pieces each.
I'm gonna uncork one and drink it immediately and see what it does.
That's not what that does.
It could be a potion. It
It's
just
not.
happens to smell nice.
It just smells nice. That's the potion's effect.
Why would these guys have this? This makes no sense. It clearly has other properties.
Do you like things that smell nice?
Oh, it's disgusting.
Okay, then my
Rock was the
point
best
is.
smelling thing I've found since I met you guys.
It makes your fart smell like roses.
Well, go ahead and roll a Constitution save.
Essential
Ken.
oil poison.
11.
11, you're good. Yeah, it doesn't taste good at all. You immediately spit it out.
Oh, why would they keep this around? This is disgusting.
It's not meant as they probably assault. Remember, these were the ones that were attacking caravans along the Treebor Trail. They probably stole it and just said, "Oh, it's probably expensive," so they kept it.
All right. And also as you dump out this gold and you're like looking at the coins and seeing, like, testing if they're real, whatever, as you kind of look raise your arm up to look at a coin, you see cave markings on the wall, strange scrawled drawings on the wall adjacent to these chests. And with that being said, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
So we're gonna do 15 minutes. So we'll return around 9. We'll do 9:15. We'll just keep it easy. 9:15 we'll return. So see you then. Go grab a drink, grab some food, bio break, whatever. But 15 minutes. We'll see you soon. guys. Welcome back to Adventures on Tap Twitch stream where we're playing Phandelver and Below. You've jumped into the second half of the game, so if you are joining now, thank you and welcome. We are a Central Florida group that does tabletop role-playing games and breweries for charity, and we've taken to the seas of Twitch to play this adventure every week on Wednesday at 7:30. However, we are tabletop role-playing game lovers. So we like to showcase a lot of different systems as opposed to D&D, as that is the most popular. So if you keep an eye on our Twitch schedule, you'll see a lot of them pop up or sprinkled here and there for one-shots. But of course, at our events, we also try to showcase at least one table. So if you are in Orlando, go ahead and check out aotorlando.com for our events. And also, being that we are a charity focused organization, something I forgot to mention in the beginning is that we are supporting a charity with this stream specifically, and that's Child's Play. You can go ahead and donate at the bottom right hand corner of the screen here in Twitch to donate any amount that you would like. The more the merrier. They're a great organization, of course, simply because we're supporting them. They're awesome, but they are a nationwide organization that gamifies recovery for children, and we specifically support the Central Florida chapter. So please consider donating. It will affect our game, so if you donate, we'll let you know what happens. Something also to mention is we do have interactions with our Twitch channel, as most Twitch channels do. So you are accumulating channel points. Feel free to exchange those to give to impose disadvantage or advantage on either the players or myself. But just for watching, you get to affect the game as well.
Actually, now that you mentioned it, I think we had it completed previously. We did.
Who completed it?
I will. I think. Let's see.
We should
it
have-
was our own guide.
we should
so go
have,
ahead and roll a dice, Joe, and see who gets it.
Well, what if we had Gideon or
And
Flora?
Floral.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be
If you
the
guys want
ones
to type who you think
choose.
should get the,
Even though they didn't spend the points, they can still choose.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Type in chat who you think should get the Twitch boon, and you can make it advantage or disadvantage. So feel free to give our DM disadvantage, since we haven't been beating the crap out of his characters enough.
Lame. I say give me advantage. Nobody's given it to me yet. I think it just happened by
true.
chance at one point.
Come on,
I
I did
will,
roll 2 nat 20s in that combat.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he gets
That being
advantage,
said,
I
you
feel like
can-
it has to be a Chris
you-
specific.
Yeah, you can give
Like-
disadvantage to players too, so feel
True,
free.
true.
Yeah, so feel free to pick what you like. Something I also wanted to highlight before we jump in is, being that we are a charity-focused organization, all of our efforts, including our tickets, for our events, predominantly go to the charity that we're supporting that month. So we have recently, at the beginning of 2025, started a Patreon, which thankfully has been hitting off pretty well. But that is a great way to support us as an organization, to help us grow structurally, whether it be virtual or physical. But because a lot of that money basically just goes to our bills to keep the lights on. So Patreon helps out a lot by helping us expand our reach. So please consider checking that out. That's patreon.com/adventures on tap. And if you're local, you're obviously going to get the most benefit. If you're not, there are still benefits. You get, you get anniversary gifts every 3 months. You also get to have some say in what we do with our Twitch space. But there's a lot of benefits for our virtual fans as well. But if you are in person, you get discounts on tickets. You get a cool lanyard just for signing up that you collect pins for, depending on the various events that you attend. If you, granted, our top tier, it only has 10 slots and it's filled right now. But assuming
believe
you
we're,
were to see
what,
his
9
seat
of 10.
open. Oh,
So there's
we
one
haven't
spot.
filled that. Hey, so I'm looking at you. Sign up for this Grand Crusader. Not only do you get one free event a month, but you also get a 50% off a ticket as well for the previous tier awards. You also get this awesome freaking keg mug that can't show on my webcam.
Doesn't
Oh,
want to.
why does it? Yeah, what?
Look at that great
what
AOT
sense does that
logo.
mean? Yeah, like what? Anyways, it's awesome. And being or you saw mine, it says founder, so I was one of the first 10. Unfortunately, that 10 has passed, so you won't get. I don't think you get the founder specific on the nameplate, but you do get a nameplate. So
You
you
get the
get this
nameplate, and I
awesome.
believe when you joined.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it says Grand Crusader, the name that you choose, and then when you join. Yeah. And it is big. I mean, I have a
Mhm.
big ass head. This is like almost as big as my head. It fits like 2.5 beers. I
Didn't they
poured
say they
two and a
wouldn't
half
fill it
pilsners
for
in there.
you when we were at 12 Talons?
I mean, cause I was no, they didn't say they wouldn't fill it. I had just felt weird by asking for a mead and then pouring it into this massive mug
Yeah.
where it would
I would have
basically
done
be
it.
like that high.
Absolutely. Also, real quick, Floral Elm did some dice rolls, and it looks like Joe will be getting disadvantage. And then also, when it was all the dice. You can't blame anyone. And also, I wanted to mention with the new streams coming up, we actually have a sponsored stream coming up
Mhm.
soon on the 14th, I believe it is, with a company called Monomyth. And what they're doing is they have a Morkborg game, if you've never heard of it. It is like a dark fantasy horror, kind of like 80s metal aesthetic. And it's called Castaway, which is their kind of like Sea of Thieves, Morkborg, you know, dark fantasy on the open seas kind of thing. So we have that
Come
coming up on
on, we
the
play TTRPGs and you said Sea of Thieves. We got Seventh Seas. That was an
I'm
easy
sorry,
grab.
that's exactly what I meant. I didn't remember the right name. So yes, Seventh Sea. So Seventh Sea meets Morkborg. So it's dark fantasy on the open seas. Definitely check that out on the 14th. We'll be playing not only with our players, but some people from the studio as well. So there'll be a
Sick.
lot of cool stuff going on. Ways to influence the game, obviously, like we have. But it'll be a definitely good time. And even if I'm not going to be a part of it, I don't know yet. We haven't worked on the player base. But I'm definitely going to be watching because I've
For sure.
always wanted to play Morkborg, and
For
I think this is
sure.
a great way to see how it's going to go. So
Yeah, I think every single one of our DMs has at some point mentioned they want to play or have played Morkborg. It's just a great system, and
yeah,
it's
just someone
super
taking the
easy to
time to
pick up
learn it
too.
to run for everyone else.
Yeah,
Well,
whenever I
apparently it's
hear
not that hard, to learn as a DM, but
Yeah,
also to run the
and the
game.
manual and everything is like free to download from their website. Like it's full, like open source. Here, have at it, go have fun. Like, oh, yes, please.
yeah, every time I hear Morkborg, I always think of Robin Williams with cybernetic
Yep.
implants.
Yep.
Also, it was just brought up that we also have with our Patreon uh, a monster of the month, or what are we calling it? I'm sorry, the monster
Monster
march.
March.
Madness, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Monster
Monster Madness.
March.
yeah.
Monster
And
It's
Mash.
like
so
March Madness.
yeah, we're having a bracketed system of you vote for the monster you think would, I assume, win in a fight because that's how I did it. And apparently, I choose completely differently than everyone else. There was 2 votes by the time I got there, and I was the opposite every time. So it was like 33%, 66%. But yeah, it's a cool little thing that our amazing buddy KP or Bad Wolf 4 just putting together for the Patreon. Just a little engagement to get everyone involved. So
Each bracket winner, we print out 3D miniatures for the event that month to play with.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so at
The
the event.
end. At
Oh,
the
it's
end.
on the end.
That's
Okay.
So the
winner.
final winner will
Just
be.
kidding.
Yeah. The final
Yeah,
winner
that's
will
cool.
be the signature monster at the end
That's
of
funny.
the second April event.
Nice.
Makes so much more sense because this whole time I thought it was like each bracket. I'm like, man, Nick's gonna be printing out
It's gonna be way
ass
too.
load of monsters.
We
Well,
can't pay that much.
It would
That
be cool
applies
maybe if
to
it was
every.
just like one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would, honestly, it makes sense. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, fellows, but that means a free tier as well of Patreon can vote for that too. So
Yeah.
we do
Anyone on
have that
Patreon.
available
I
for
did.
to be a free Patreon subscriber. So you get some benefits of just getting our. Honestly, I know it's we're with AOT, but the articles and stuff that are being pumped out are really neat and unique that I've personally seen. And yeah, so being a free subscriber, you get access to some of those things as well as some exclusive uh events that impact our business, our events, our Twitch streams. So go ahead and check that out. So that was a lot lengthier than we were likely anticipating. So we're gonna hop back in, but again, just friendly reminder: patreon.com/adventures on tap, and then adventuresontaporlando.com if you want to check out any of our other socials or events that are going up. But diving back into our session, so we finished off our combat between the bugbears and the orc leader, who had in chains the two parent ogres of rock. Your friendly companion you found along the road on the last session. You made your way into the cave for which they were holding up. You found their plundered gold. You've now put that into your pockets, and you noticed as you were examining the various plundered items, a drawing scrawled over the wall behind it that you didn't notice before. It was a little bit more so faint, but it seems more so that the bugbears and or the orc was trying to clear it off the wall, but it does seem to be recently drawn, and it depicts a lanky looking goblin with a crystal jutting from its skull. You notice that it doesn't appear to be like the typical Cragmaws that you've seen or that you've lived amongst as Nif. It does appear to be one of the goblins with an elongated skull. It is a half decent drawing, despite it, being smudged away. But
So is it like the other goblins we've seen, like elongated skull, or is it like a regular goblin that has a crystal embedded in its skull?
the elongated skull, just as you've seen before already, and that you see a the wow, how am I already forgetting this word? I just read it. Crystal, jutting from like the forehead of, the elongated
Oh,
forehead, like it's within the elongated part, like
gotcha.
centered.
And it's only one being with the crystal.
Yes, one being.
All right.
Hmm.
Can I see if I remember anything from when I was back in my tribe of anyone talking about like a myth of a goblin with a crystal in their head?
Um, Refresh me because I feel like you also rolled at some point if you knew about these like elongated goblins.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
can't
think
remember if that was successful or not and what
it
the
was
outcome
successful.
was.
I knew a bit about them, but only like tertiary, not like I knew them intimately. It's more like I heard of
Okay.
camps in the area, succumbing to this and all that jazz. But I was just curious if there was like an old mythos of, you know, a being coming down and you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and bestowing.
Um, sure. Go ahead and roll a history check.
And while Nif is examining it, Tregol is wondering if this drawing has any kind of religious overtones. Maybe do a religion check to see if it looks like this is a being that is venerated or is supposed to be some kind of prophet or something like that.
Five.
I don't know if that would get me anything, but
Yeah, go ahead.
okay.
I got an 18.
Um,
Better than my 9.
Sorry, I'm whispering, y'all.
Sky, look. It's a goblin with a growth coming out of his head.
Good catch.
How disgusting.
I
So I'm getting this vague memory of there were camps that were like falling away and we lost contact with, and we later found out it was they were turning this green shade and elongating heads and stuff. But I recall there was some sort of central leader that was integrating them. So this might be a picture of that person.
Interesting. Yes, he does have a stance, or he's depicted in a sort of leader-like pose.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
All right. Can I just scrape those drawings off? Just like scratch them up so that.
Wait.
Oh, what? You want to get a painting of it?
Well, I just familiarity of it is striking to me, and I just like with the blood, and I apologize. I everything seems normally abnormal here. This forest seems almost plagued by some I don't know
Almost
what.
as if an evil
Like
force showed up and infected everyone with some sort of plague.
I don't even want to call it necessarily evil. It is just a force of almost
Nature.
natural phenomena. I don't know if it is nature fighting back. I don't know if it is some abnormal force or some, you know, far away force trying to stake a claim.
Uh,
That's what I am trying to uncover, trying to
Barry,
discover.
do you know of any like plants or anything that could infect creatures? Like I know some insects will like latch on and have their young inside of other animals or creatures, and then they eat them apart from the inside. Is there any plants that do something like this? Something sort of aggressive and take over host minds or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably like some instances of this happening, but not to the extent of this. The druids in the Emerald Conclave, they sent me on this mission, as
Oh, so you're like the
their
first to investigate this?
yeah, it's definitely outside the realms of natural. Um, it's not something that I am familiar with.
Interesting.
It's not. It's. I. I mean, I don't want. The only word that I could think of is like alien, but it's just because it's not. I don't know if like aliens are actually like. I mean,
Well, I mean, you did meet a space
sometimes.
though, so
W-
let's not
yeah,
rule that
well,
out.
yeah, but was he really from space?
I mean,
I only knew
I'm
him for
pretty.
like a day,
I mean, I knew
so
him for a bit longer, and I think he was legit. Let's just be clear on that.
yeah. But I guess if there's a space hippo, there could be a space goblin, or you know,
You know what? Didn't even think of
oh,
that. Interesting.
I apologize. I never told you all. When we first entered Phandalin, I disappeared during the night. I have been plagued by dreams, nightmares, visions, whatever you call it, driving me towards this region, towards what I assume to be protecting this area. That that seems to be the crystal I've been envisioning in my dreams.
In your dreams, was it just like a standalone crystal, or was it in a guy's head?
I've seen the forces that it has wrecked on the land, on the creatures, on the civilizations of the region. It has intertwined itself almost with living and non-living alike. And I don't know. I just want to know more.
Are you saying that you believe this crystal is some kind of corruption or some corrupting force? I do not understand.
First, I thought it was nature calling to me to protect it. But seeing the experiences I have seen, this that we are experiencing in the moment, I don't know if it is necessarily good and or bad, or if it is just
Nature.
yeah.
All right. Well, if they're doing bad things, we kill them. That's kind of how we
Well,
operate. So,
I want to walk
I
over
mean,
to. I want to walk over
it
to
can't be good.
Barry. Whatever you're giving them, I would like some.
all right,
Nif,
let's get
Yeah,
back.
definitely,
I
bro.
don't
I'll
want
hook you
this
up,
to seem
but
like
don't
an
tell
attack on
anybody.
you, and I know this is a big thing coming from me, but I fear that the goblins are being targeted.
I mean,
I
where
I,
else
I
can you
don't know
find
why.
a partially trained large force if you're trying to do things? You've got wild goblin camps all around the forest that infect them with something where you can control them, and now you have an army. So there's nothing, no offense to be taken. I mean, it seems like something someone would do is just find the easiest access force. You can't go marching into a town and infecting people, but you can walk into a goblin camp and take them over, and no one will bat an eye.
And
Yeah.
I know it was weird for me to ask for the ogre's blood, but a part of me was fearful that if that infection or root continued to take over, my fear was, do we have to fight them in the future? Do we have to
Yeah, I
deal with
think
that potential threat?
Oh, indeed, my
Oh,
paw are
hopefully
enormous.
not. Hopefully, we can find a cure to this so that we
And
don't have to
that's why I
kill our
wanted to
friends.
look for the blood.
Right.
I know it was weird in the moment, but I didn't want to explain it in front of them.
well, Sky,
that's
your initial, like, I think your dreams are. I want to say that you should tread carefully, as we have seen the invasiveness and the destruction that this causes. This is not a benign or natural uh, affliction. This is malevolent. It takes
Indeed.
hold of creatures, creatures who are by just natural out existing on their own, and it twists and deforms them into evil monstrosities. It's so I would just caution yourself on perhaps if there is some sort of gray area in your dream, that it could be misleading.
It's not nightly. It's sporadic. When I first saw it, it's what drove me to this area. What I thought would lead me towards a goal,
Is that why we
purpose
went
in
here
life.
first?
Yes, that's what led me to
This
well,
drawing.
all of you. Yes,
That's what we happened upon Sky in the road on the Tribord
Mhm.
Trail.
Right.
and then when I got here, when I took a rest in which I felt safe, when I felt relaxed, was when I saw the second part of the dream when more clarity came, and in fear, I fled. I felt like I had to do something. At first, like I said, I saw this green energy and I thought it was natural, it was nature, it was, the goddess of the forest calling to me, and now I'm not sure.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway from this is that you're not crazy. This thing exists. Clearly, people are being infected by it. And if you continue to have dreams, you should come to us and tell us about it so that we can gain more information and hopefully improve upon finding it. And that goes for everyone. If you start having weird dreams, feel free, let us know. Not kind of something we want to keep to ourselves, especially if it's as big of a threat as we seem to think it is.
Indeed.
I say we head on back to Phandalin and see if anyone in town has heard anything extra since we have this about this guy. Maybe what's that guy's name? Shirley?
Paulie?
Nah, the one with the bird fetish.
Don't call me Shirley.
The guy the one who sweeps up at our place.
Silgar?
Yeah. Shirley. Yeah, we'll see if he knows anything about this this weird guy.
Well,
Well,
we
we're
still
on the
have
way,
some
correct?
tasks to do
Yes,
before we return.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna hit other stuff while we're out here?
Well, we have to. We promised to check the old owl or old well or something,
Oh, I thought it was a lot of going back and forth.
and then we were going to check out Tregol's
Lady friend.
Yes, I didn't know how to.
I want to go get
address that.
some of that undead.
The banshee. Yes.
I'm pretty good with undead. I think it's gonna be a good time. So that's my vote.
Yes. There were supposedly some marauders massing near Wyvern Tor. I believe that we have discovered
There.
them and
Yes.
dealt with them. We also wanted to deal with the banshee over at
Berry.
Coneyberry, I believe. Old Owl Well. There is the person that is dealing with undead, and then your friend Sky, your friend Myrna, told us about the ruins of what was the village, Thunder
A
Tree?
dragon
Thunder
attack,
Tree.
I think is what it was.
That's much further away, and if I'm honest with you, I fear our battle's strength would not do well against a dragon of unknown proportions. I don't know if that should be in our books.
Very
so
well.
What's closer, the banshee or the well?
If we spend the night here, get a rest, we can travel north in the morning, and we should arrive at Old Owl Well.
Right, Alonzi.
Who is on first watch? I only need
Owl
4
say
hours.
hoo-hoo. I'll take first watch. You two elven guys sleep for a few hours, and then
Take
we'll
less.
swap off.
Yeah,
I meditate. Technically, I am aware during my meditation, but so I will do my meditation
Oh,
first.
sorry. You want first watch then?
No. You take first watch. I will also meditate.
Sky will purposefully try to sleep.
Sky, can you get this bear out of my way before you go take a nap?
Yes, sorry.
I want half my vision being stopped by a giant bear in my face.
He's slimming.
You see the size of me versus that bear. That's
Well, you have to remember
vision.
The issue with why he was missing his attacks. He used to think he was a hawk. So that's why, like, he's still getting used to his shape.
You should start investigating the changing of your animals.
Oh, just wait until we face a riverbed. I have a third friend.
We,
that
we
you
were
should all
just
meet.
in a riverbed and it was a bear.
What, like an actual riverbed, like not like a dry riverbed.
Okay.
It's a different.
All right, so y'all take refuge in this cave is what you're deciding on. Okay, so
Mhm.
you make it through the night just fine. You're not affected by anybody showing up or causing any ruckus. It carries on into the morning. So you all take a long rest. You hear the birds start chirping as the sun peeks over the canopy of trees outside and shining into the cave. What are y'all doing now?
All right, everyone's rested up. Let's head north.
We will break our fast and then we will get on the road.
And where is the road taking us?
Hold on, real quick. Is that why breakfast is called breakfast? Because you fast because you're sleeping and you're not eating?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So when you eat in the morning,
Mhm.
you're
You're
breaking your
breaking
fast.
you're breaking your
Yes.
fast.
Mm-hmm. The more
Where's
you
that
know.
get? The more you know.
More
Saying?
you know.
Mhm.
I thought this was gonna be just like a NIF joke
No,
comment or
it's
something,
the
but then I'm
everything.
like, well, damn. All right, so y'all are
Last
currently
I
at
remember, we
Wyvern
were
Tor.
here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to the old owl well.
Yeah, which should
Yep.
just be directly north.
So this is just on the way to back to the road to get back to Phandalin. All right, I see what's going on
Exactly.
here. Who's Agatha?
That's the
Misty.
hag or the banshee.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, nice. Kill her. Take another spot for us. Wonder if she's got a cool house we can take over. We'll have to get Sally up here to fix that
We
one too.
already have a house.
Yeah,
a
two.
base. We're
That's
not
more than one. Two.
Well, 3.
Yo, we could send Sally down to Wyvern Tor and have him fix that one up too. Make that cave real cool.
I have to ask, who's Sally?
It's the guy with the bird fetish. He's always talking about the birds he likes.
Sildar?
Yeah, I'm close
Sildar.
enough. There's an S there. It's fine.
We really need to learn names.
It is not within my capacity. I said in
This is
character
true.
and in person.
I mean, yeah, it checks out, bro. He does call like Nib. His
Yeah.
name is Nib.
True. All right, so let's pull you back to a different map. All right, so
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I always liked my son, Nif Jr. I liked him better. So he got the nickname Ebbel. That dude's he messes up all the time. You're lucky that he made your food edible the other day. It was a stroke of luck. Honestly. He's a good kid.
So sorry that he experienced that.
What?
You said he had a stroke.
No. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I've
I've-
caught him a couple times stroking, but I don't think that's what we're talking about.
Jesus Christ.
Ebbel
Anyways, you make
Ebbel just catching shade.
you make basically a half a day's journey up towards where you know where Old Owl Well to be. Being that you're approaching from a different direction, you're actually cresting over a low ridge, and you spy the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower and mounds of rubble enclosing a courtyard amid the rugged hills. A colorful tent sits in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight. So I think line of sight for where I dropped you actually doesn't even show said tent. So let me move you
Yeah,
guys
there's a wall.
here to show it now. No.
Not really.
All right. Well, it's this
Go.
it's this
Watch
out,
it's
there's
this
a cliff
object here
I think we
because of
gotta be over here.
dynamic
Good
lighting.
news is
No, I
the
forget that
stream can see
dynamic
it.
lighting is literally the perimeter of said tent. So where I'm marking it here on the map, that's that's the colorful tent.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh, we can see the tent posts into the ground.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So what are y'all doing?
All right, I say let's get in there. See what they got in there. Anything good?
Let's.
Hold on. I'm just gonna. I don't know
Hold
why
on. You
they
can't
put
tell
the
me not to do
dynamic-
things, DM.
No, I'm not.
No,
here.
I'm saying like I don't really know why there's dynamic lighting on those walls. So
Oh,
that's where you
crumble.
see on the other side is also the watchtower. This well, you don't see it because of the tent, but over here in this area, what dynamic lighting has its benefits, but man, right now not so much. I'm just gonna remove the dynamic.
You can't do height well.
Yeah.
And it's still
better?
the tent in the well.
Jeez, whatever.
We can still see most though.
It's fine. Don't worry, I'll go in.
Let's take a moment. Okay.
Hello, anyone home?
He knows what he's doing, bro.
Where's the door to this place? Can I knock on the door or the flap
Just
or
give
whatever?
me one.
Flap. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, the icon is a door, so I don't know if they installed a wooden door in a tent. Who knows why people do things?
No, it's just, yeah,
David
it's just
Vance.
it's just like a, I don't know, a tent. The
Papa's home.
that you move out of the way. So you see within this tent, various very expensive looking rugs strewn across the inside with actual wooden furniture, thrown about, and you see, a human, male figure, and they're cloaked in red robes, with a hood and everything. It appears that they might be of some sort of like magic enthusiast, researcher, scientist, something like that. As you kind of enter the tent and
In heavy
also
armor.
say,
Hey,
"Huh."
In heavy armor. Daddy's here.
Like, welcome. Can I help you?
Hey,
Is it-
we got word that there's stuff going on here. Why are you here? We came to just kill some stuff and finish a quest of. I don't remember the details, but we got told to come over here. What are you doing?
We were told
I'm-
that someone was meddling with undead, and we have come to.
Oh, you're looking like a wizardy type. Hey, are you messing with undead?
What is the meaning of this? I'm here for research. In fact, I
Undead
guess I'm this particular individual that is dabbling with necromancy. What is it to you?
Listen.
Do you often just walk into individuals' tents?
Honestly, yes. So
Have
what
you
I'm-
heard about the glory of Kelimvor?
okay, hold on.
Kelimvor does not like people.
Listen,
meddling
we're not
with
usually in the
necromancy.
business of door to door, proselytization. Is that the word?
Institution.
No. Well, I mean, how much you paying?
I'm not particularly interested.
All right. Well, don't bring it up if you're not interested. So where's this undead guy? You know what's going on here?
Hmm. I just mentioned that I am the one dabbling in necromancy.
Oh, okay.
To
I'm gonna
what
I'm gonna
end?
turn into my hybrid form and attack him.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're here, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, maybe something
What?
could have been revealed in conversation, but we're just hopping into battle. All right,
Listen.
you can take it surprise attack.
Undead
listen,
are my
he only
favorite, and
talks
he's bringing
to
people
ogres.
back to life and dabbling in necromancy. He has to die, and I my main man standing right behind me Agrees. So
How you pick who you choose to talk with is the wildest thing to me.
Ogres
Listen,
Like,
threatening to smash and pale
it's-
you.
no
Let's
sense.
talk it out.
at no point did that ogre
Wizard
threaten to
researcher.
attack me in any way.
Oh,
This
I
guy's a
didn't realize that.
researcher
This
in
guy the whole
undead,
time.
and there's undead stuff going on here. So, and I get advantage against undead. What do you think I'm gonna do?
You're not wrong. I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, this is immediately went
All right.
south real quick.
All right, guys, if you want to ask him questions, we're having this argument while I'm trying to fight him. If you want to ask him questions, whoever
Mid-swipe.
makes the last hit, knock him out and we'll ask him questions. All right? This guy's going down.
Oh boy.
All right, yeah, so hide before
Kyle.
I'm going to lunge towards him and immediately
Why?
attack him with my predatory strikes.
I feel like every time I roll for group initiative, it like goes insane with these decimals. Okay, so yeah, you get a surprise attack, Nif. So you're saying you're swiping. Did you already roll said swipe?
No, I was waiting for everything to catch up. So swipe. Rolling. That is a for 17 to hit. Hold on. And when I'm attacking, because do I get an advantage with undead? Sorry.
Well, he's not.
I don't think he's undead.
Oh,
He is
right.
a bald, bearded humanoid.
Yeah, well. So that's a 17 to hit with the first one.
I mean, just so I can get these details out, he has a peculiar marking on his forehead.
Is it
that's
shaped like a
in
crystal?
red ink. No, it's not the crystal.
All right, cool. So the second one's a 9.
Alright, so you're hitting twice, so 17 and
Oh,
9.
the
First
9
one
hit?
hits. No, 17 hits.
Oh, okay.
I was just validating. Hold on a
Yes.
second. Actually, give me one moment. Yep. Okay.
right.
Yeah. So you do your damage.
And then I am going to do a crimson right. So with my first slash, I'm going to slash my stomach and get some blood on there. Do 1d4 damage to myself. So that's a 3. And then that'll give +3 fire damage to my attack. And then rolling for hits. So that is a 7. So that's 10 damage, 3 of which being fire.
All right. So you gash at his chest as it burns through his robing, cauterizing the wound immediately as he lets out a quick shout of pain, but immediately goes back to normal composure as if nothing even happened.
Die,
If
undead!
this is particularly rude, so be it. As moves into the next round. He starts chanting in some weird language as his eyes ignite with a red mist as multiple. Oh boy, I didn't mean to do that. Do this. Y'all see that in the chat? Noted. Okay. As you see a red energy circulate from the ground and around him, forming an inch off his body as he casts presumably mage armor. So let me add that before I forget.
This music you put on is kind of sad, and it makes me regret my decisions.
In the arms of an angel.
And that, so he is going to end his turn there as it goes to Tregol.
Okay, Tregol will enter
He's a purveyor of the undead. Kill him!
and will say, we have some questions for you. Answer them wrong, and you'll be talking to Kalimvor next. And I am going to attack 3 times. First with a normal unarmed strike, and then with a flurry of blows. That hits an armor class 21 for 6, and this is all subdual damage. I'm trying to knock him out.
Okay.
And
Just
then
80 punches to the face.
Then with a key point, 2 more unarmed strikes. Dirty 20 for 5. And a 23 for 5 more. So
Jeez.
presuming those hit 6, 5, 11, and 5, 16 points of damage.
Yeah, hold on a second. 15. Yeah, all of those hit. I don't even know why I had to check. Yeah, they're all over 20. Those definitely hit.
And yeah, so and I just say messing with the undead is the wrong way of going. And my
That's
turn
a,
is done.
as you like lay before you're laying into your first punch, he's like, "Is this?" You land the punch, and then you go for another one. The way hits him again, and then you go in for the third one. You always ask questions.
Pretty much.
All right, now
You should see what I do to the guys I don't like. And oh, what is that?
what is that? As you
Wait, no, stop.
basically Barry, Sky, and Ragnar, you see corpses, animated corpses start filing out of this watchtower, all with ignited green misty eyes.
And the 2 guys that specialize in undead are not there to help.
I don't think they did something good in that tent.
So it makes 5, 10, 5.
Definitely should have locked the tent.
All right, that's on to that. So Ragnar, you're up. Actually, you know what? To make this easier, let me just.
Ragnar's muted.
Oh, never mind.
This
Oh.
never happens.
Oh my god.
It's his inner monologue.
Jesus.
Just nothing.
Zombie got your tongue?
He doesn't have anything.
I'm gonna rage, and I'm gonna run up to the first zombie here, and I'm just gonna attack him. I can only attack him once this turn, so it's gonna be reckless. 22 to hit.
22 does it.
He takes 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So you slam your war pick into him as like the carry on of a corpse. This carry on of a corpse. That's a double negative. It's a an undead corpse is very frail and fragile. That it shatters like one half of his body off, but he's still continuing forth towards you. Doing this whole number too, you know. Brains.
Okay, I gotta stop
You're
at the
out of luck
brains
here,
comment
bud.
You don't know if you don't know anything about zombies. They don't actually care about brains.
According to like what lore? There's a lot of
Okay.
different zombie lore.
900
Listen, my man,
different
you don't want to
types.
get into this, all right? Most
Okay.
zombie lore does not include brain eating. It's only the recent stuff where they've wanted to make them more provocative and make them eat brains. Otherwise, they are shambling monstrosities that are only trying to cure their base instincts of hunger. That's all it is. So they just
Yeah,
want
well,
to
in this world, they want brains.
I hate you.
God has spoken.
Boom.
Mighty
Ooh, well, they're
Yeah.
fighting Ragnar, so don't worry about it.
DM.
I dig the deep dive into zombie lore.
I'm sorry. Are you you said you're deep diving into zombie lore? Don't look it up. I can give you whatever information.
No. I said I like the deep dive into zombie lore. I don't know jack shit
no,
about zombies other than like recent media. So
Yeah. Ugh, it originally. All right, whatever. Never mind.
yeah. Anyways, you
Check the next
digress.
article on the Patreon.
Yeah, right. Honestly, not a bad
All right,
idea.
I can do that. All right, let me make a note for myself.
Yeah, Garrett, you've been assigned a task to write an article about zombie lore.
Turns into a full
I'm-
book.
Yeah, I'm gonna post that in Discord right now.
Check it out in our next newsletter.
Yeah. Garrett. Oop. Garrett
All right, I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on
has
D&D,
been assigned
Zombie
the
D&D
lore.
task
zombie lore,
to-
and then do compare and contrast, and I'll make graphs. It'll be great.
Different like sections of zombies.
Oh, my man. Yes. George Romero versus like Max Brooks versus like Zack Snyder. And then there's like 28 Days Later where it's not zombie, but it's like the rage virus. Oh,
I
there's
do
so
love
many
28
different.
Days Later.
And then like
Same.
Last of Us where it's like not,
I love
it's
The
like
Last of
zombies,
Us.
but it's not zombies, but it's mushrooms. It's a whole thing. Oh,
All right. Anyways, let's get back to the session. Great. Honestly, I didn't know this was a touchy subject ever. So now I'm gonna look more into
record,
zombies and look forward to that article.
I hit
but
a
we're gonna
hard
move in.
zombie section in my ADHD mind. It was my hyperfixation for a long time. And so I
see
just
that.
knew everything and anything. I made my own YouTube show talking about zombies. I used Max Brooks's guide to zombie survival as like a reference guide. It was a whole thing.
Looking forward to the article then.
All right.
Ragnar,
Alright.
you are actually no longer raged unless you chose to rage. I don't think you did. I think you
Yeah, I did.
attacked twice. You did? Oh,
No, I attacked once.
okay. Is that end your turn? All right. On to other zombie. They move. Where was it? They were just there. 10, 20 to attack you. Does a 11 does not hit, so it goes to slam against you as you just brush it off and push it backwards onto Sky.
All right. The first thing I'm going to do is to have my primal companion 5, 10, 15. It won't get its charge, but it's still gonna rush towards the zombie that just attacked Ragnar and make the attack against them. That will be 10 to hit.
A 10 does hit.
Perfect. 7 points of damage. That will be bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And it did not move 20 feet, so it does not gain the bonus. And then I am going to.
Sky.
hate
Your companion also has another effect that it imposes. If you look
No,
at the...
only if I run 20 feet in a row.
Well, I do have
Oh,
a
gotcha.
question.
Okay.
That's
If
why
he
I was double checking.
If he was standing next to you and then like took a step or two backwards and then rushed, could he have gotten it?
I mean, yeah.
I'm not power gaming though, like
All right.
Chris. So
Like
Uh,
Chris.
I'd make him run in a circle first, at least.
yeah. Sorry.
Build up
I'm
momentum.
not in the Olympics.
Yeah, it just like runs around Sky and then launches
Yeah.
forward.
Sorry. So the
Slingshot maneuver.
But I am going to. I just want to make sure I can see this person. Is the issue? Make sure it's a line. Yep. I can see them. I can't see them. Okay, so this one that's 40 feet away from me, I am going to attack them,
Okay.
and that will be with a hail of thorns.
All right.
So I will post that in the chat. I was about to say group chat. That's not how that works. Oh, it wasn't supposed to roll, but it's. I'm using my bonus action to add this to my ranged attack, essentially. So that will be a
Feet of it. So that would actually trigger in a
natural
5 feet
20.
circle. Natural 20. Nice. Geez, that's a 28 too. So it says in addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each of the creatures within 5 feet of it. So this would apply to the one next to it as well.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
you rolled a
So
9
they have to make a
out of a
DC
D10.
12.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Nice.
they have to make a DC 12 saving throw.
You guys are talking about min maxing. Bro has a +8 to his longbow. I only
Get
have a
me
+6.
out of long range and I'm screwed. That's the issue.
So both of them have failed that, and
so
both of them have died.
okay, perfect.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
hold on. 9.
so-
Yeah. They both died.
So it would be for the first one, it would be 15 plus 9, so 24. And then the second one would be 9. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Uh,
9 was enough. You absolutely obliterated the first one, or the one that you specifically
perfect.
targeted.
And
What does
then
that look like? I want to see how you imagine that arrow with a hail of thorns.
so I just start in Elvish, just chanting like this, like almost prayer hymn. And as I draw back the arrow, vines start to like form all the way around the arrow. And then as I loose it, it just pierces the first zombie. And then it's just like an explosion of vines all around it to everything 5 feet from it. As vines just fully grow in that area.
Hell yeah. I like it. Yeah, and then like every vine shooting out or whatever is carrying various parts of limbs and just absolute carnage.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
I will then just move towards the door.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go back one. Yeah. And now I have my turn.
Okay. Alright, we have a zombie in the back. 20. Alright, on to Barry.
All right. If you would so oblige with me, kind undeadians, please. I once heard a wise saying that the path was made by walking. So I'm going to back up. Once, like right about here.
And then you're gonna charge like the bear.
Yes. No, I'm going to Old Faithful spike growth.
Good, that was gonna come.
And
Me too.
I'm going to center it right here.
Alright, so that is a 20-foot.
So it should reach up to this zombie, this first zombie in front of Ragnar, this guy.
Do me a favor, hold the use the measuring tool for a circle and do the radius that you want and hold it so I can then draw an ellipses for it.
Okay.
My God, I didn't scroll up. I didn't realize there was even more above.
Yes.
I saw 5 and I was like, oh no.
So that's where it's gonna center from.
Okay, but I think the measuring tool has.
There should be a circle button.
Maybe it's
You can change it from line to
to circle. So like how I'm doing this, like just hold it so I can see it, and then so we can draw a perfect circle here. That's 20 feet. Looks like 25. 5, 10, 15, 20.
It says 20.
Because it's cornered. It's going
So we
from
can do
center,
this one.
so yeah.
Honestly, the whole room. I don't know why I ever complicated this.
Yeah, the whole room and then one guy.
Yeah.
D&D measuring is very odd if you go into like the specifics of it.
It almost makes me think like hexes are better.
Yeah, when you start getting like
be going crazy.
circumferences and like
Yep.
So we'll color this sucker brown. There you go.
For them wading through poop water.
Yep.
Yep.
Bunch of poop water.
Yeah, so again, twisting vines and
Now we're not allowed to see
giant
them. Screw them.
thorns protrude
Yeah, I was like, I
from
didn't know I could do this.
from the ground and start to, weave and tangle the zombies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be the end of my turn.
And then for that spell, it's once they move, not that they're already in it, but once they move, right? Is when it does all that stuff.
Every 5 feet they take damage.
Okay, so naturally they're gonna. So the concentration is this slow guy.
Oh, I'll put it on myself.
Okay. All right, on to zombie. Number, who knows? 4, I think. They're going to move. They're going to attempt to move 20 feet. So that is what again?
That's 4.
2d4?
2d4 for every 5 feet, so that's 8d4.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're not smart.
You'd think with all the brains they eat, they'd get some.
Whoa, 64.
Well, it's 18.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
right?
because it's each time. Yeah, okay.
So that's
So 14
18.
plus 4, 18, 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
On to the next
All right,
zombie.
Ken.
Man, what a great and unfortunate spell for me, because they're zombies. They're dumb. They're gonna keep walking. So yeah, roll again. Just, I guess you might as well just roll it. 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 sets of 8d4.
All right.
Because that's inevitably what's gonna happen here. Yeah, so
Man,
that one's
between
obliterated.
20.
making friends with the ogres and
Wait, again, goddamn.
rolling natural 20s. These
Another
combos have just
20.
been rolls.
21.
So far, 20, 20, 21.
That's another good roll.
18. I mean, I feel like it's inevitably just going to kill him. You don't need much.
23.
They're just zombies. 23. Yeah, but you're absolutely obliterating them. If that counts for anything.
I mean, they're kind of obliterating themselves.
25.
True.
Jesus.
All right,
What's the
well, it was
highest roll
6,
we can
right?
get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 6. Yep. So they're all dead.
All right. They're all dead.
All right. Nice.
Thank you
What an
for obliging,
anticlimactic
Gross.
undead army battle. But good on you. If you want, you can narrate how this all looks as they're all just running through these vines.
Yeah, I mean, it's like every step they just like they take, and then it's just like, you know, one vine just like lashes out and spike, you know, a giant thorn just rips through their legs and impales them. And I feel like they're kind of like, oh, like still moving, and like you
Brains!
see their body, like, yeah, they definitely yell brains. Uh, and you know, they kind of like pull themselves off, and like, you know, that you have like hands and heads crawling, and the same thing kind of happens until
Oh yeah.
like they eventually stop moving, and there's just this mass of black goo just covering all the growth.
Nice. What a effective spell there. It's been clutch in both occasions that it's been used.
Yes, it is. It's been great. 10 out of 10 would recommend for
Barry
any
for
druids.
MVP of this battle.
Would recommend.
Yeah. All right, Nif, you're up.
All right. Now, when I first attacked this guy, you said like it cauterized the wound and he like kept talking and stuff. Did I not do as much damage as I thought I did?
No, you definitely did a good chunk of damage.
Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't like he only took half the damage. I'm like, oh, I should do other things. So, all
Yeah,
right.
no, you took it as more of like he doesn't. He has control a lot, a very heightened sense of controlling emotions, and
Gotcha.
seems to almost be, what is it, sadistic? Masochistic? I always get them mixed. Yeah,
Masochistic.
where he likes the
Masochistic,
infliction
He
of
likes the
pain.
pain. All right.
Yeah, he likes the pain.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. I'll slash him another 2 times. In the second one, I guess will be subdual. I don't know how that happens, but all right. So that's and 15.
15 does not hit.
Oh,
Did not land.
all right. And then 8. All right, cool. Well, that's all I can do. So just swing, and just be like, well. Your turn, Tregol.
All right. On to his turn. As you take swipes at him, he just kind of brushes in different directions, dodging just inches away from each of your slashes as he just snaps in the air and disappears.
And is that just an instant skill, or does he need to make a roll to do that?
That is a spell that he has.
Okay.
What?
I was asking because Joe has disadvantage, and so if that caused, if he needed to use that,
So that ends his turn. Tregol.
Okay. I'd like to make a perception check if I can to
Okay.
see if I think that he did something like what I do and teleported, or whether he just went invisible and he's still there in front of us.
Hmm.
I don't know what check you would want me to make. To
I'd
do
say
that.
yeah, I mean, I guess go ahead and roll an Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. All right. Because this may change what I want to do. I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't. You don't have any
Uh,
idea.
I'm I'm going to hope that he's still there, and I am going to try to attack him, and I'm going to use my popcorn advantage to try to get advantage because I think if you're attacking an invisible creature, you normally get disadvantage. So if I use the
I
popcorn
wonder what that
advantage, that
weird
can.
square is.
Okay, y'all see that too? I don't know
Yep.
why that appeared. It just all
You
of a sudden
put
appeared.
I thought that was your subtle way of telling him not to use his popcorn.
I have a feeling that he's near me.
God damn it! I don't know why it did that. I was just like, that's
In
weird. Why
the-
did it pop up?
In the token settings, if you have the
Aha, I
aura
see
and
him.
everything set to
Well, I'm changing. Well,
see
now you
all.
know where he's at. See, now the color's changing. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, I went to the settings. He has no aura on, and usually that's circular. So I don't know
Just keep
if
in your
it's like
mind
one
where
of
you
the
want
screws
him.
I
Move
have.
it away.
He's supposed to be on the GM
Okay,
layer.
yeah. In y'all's world, you have no freaking clue where he's
Sure.
at.
Who's that?
Who? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So
That has
since
to be
I
a script or something I have on.
yeah
I don't
since
know.
I don't have any idea, I'm going to try to attack the space where he was, use my popcorn advantage, and that way I won't take a I won't have disadvantage on the attack. And this also lets me transfer the popcorn advantage to somebody else. So it's an armor class 21, but obviously there's nothing there, so I don't make connection.
Why is that obvious?
And
Yeah,
I would.
you missed. Yeah, it's just too high of an AC. You couldn't comprehend.
And then
Y'all are fighting a way higher level than you need to.
I will transfer the popcorn advantage to Ragnar, who is next in our party.
Okay.
So
All right.
and that ends my turn.
Okay. So on to zombie. That is fortunately not in the spike growth. He is going to slam. Oh wait, now that I think about it, well, I already removed them from the thing, but they have a thing
He can
that I
do a
roll. Yeah.
saving to see if they
Whoopsies.
stay at 1 HP.
I mean, granted, yeah. I mean, y'all know that exists as GMs, but even if they came back, they're just gonna die again. So I'm just gonna
So
leave
You don't
those.
know.
Fine. I mean,
You
I don't.
consistently
Yeah, they
make
could
the
keep making the
saves.
save.
I'm
yeah.
sure. Oh, that's a very valid point. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah,
Your
we're gonna just do that.
probability states.
I don't know if they can make that save.
Well,
It's
in
five
general,
yeah,
if
you
they
have
get
to
damage
keep
zero.
making it
taken.
over and over. And
Oh
over.
yeah, actually, you have a very valid point. You are like doubling their health.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Reduce. I mean, it technically doesn't state anything
Is
about like the
that
negative, but the rule, is
Double,
if
it's
it's double,
dead.
it's just dead. So I
but
would
that's
say we apply
usually
that.
on like one hit though. This is technically multiple hits.
It would technically be
It's
one.
also.
They
Well,
can move 5 feet.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
but every
it's-
5 feet he
it's
was
It's every
rolling
5
for.
feet, though.
Yeah,
I'm
every
pretty sure
5
zombies
feet it takes
are-
more
Yeah.
damage. Yeah.
We're not gonna
I'm pretty sure-
overcomplicate it. We'll keep
Yeah.
them dead. We just know that. I guess that I'll do that for the zombies that are still in the turn order.
It was a lot of damage.
Yeah, it was a
And a lot
lot.
of
Yeah,
kills.
because
The
technically, I guess
apocalypse
I would
put this
take the
after.
first roll of each of his, but I don't even remember the order they were in. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it. But in general, this is the end of our session, so we'll pick up next week. So for those of you watching and have been the whole time, thank you so much for watching
Thank
us.
you.
It means a lot to us. We like just doing this for fun, of course, and it's nice to see that some people join in regularly or just join in and stick around for the whole session. So thank you. As I said before, we do have our other sessions if you'd like to catch up on our YouTube. So youtube.com at Adventures on Tap Orlando. And then adventuresontaporlando.com is where you can find our events. And then last but not least, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/adventuresontap. But without further ado, that does end our night. We'll be here next Wednesday at 7:30, and we will see you then or at an event. Have a good night. Peace.
This weekend.